Hello plant parents. Today I'm going to talk about one of the most versatile and strongest bacha of God. Yes, it's our aloe vera. I'm sure every house needs one aloe vera because it's one such plant in the world which has so many functional values that it covers everything which you need about. So you have multiple uses of it. You cut it and drink it, or you cut it and put it on your face, and it will solve miracles for you, will bring such a glow on your face, will increase the digestion of your stomach, as well as bring lot of immunity to you. Let's first talk about the A to Z of plants, in which first I will talk about the care, and then we'll talk about its propagation and its benefit in details. Let's go with this aloe vera. So this aloe vera which I have, it's one of the most sturdiest varieties in the world. It's a succulent family, and it comes from the need that it requires very little care around it. So mostly all the succulents in the world have been built such that they are capable of keeping the water in their leaves, so you don't have to water it very often. These are mostly the desert plants and have originated from those places, and so is the aloe vera. You don't have to take care much of it. Just take any of the cuttings or any of the plants and put it anywhere in the corner of your house in the open, and it will keep blooming forever. You just have to take care in terms of watering, that you make sure that once a week you water it. It doesn't require much watering also. And in terms of the sunlight also, it takes care any of the sunlight anywhere in India. So be it 45 degrees temperature and too hot, or it's a Bangalore weather where it's too much of rains, it survives anywhere. So it's as versatile as it is. The only thing you should have to take care of it, don't over water it. So if you put a lot of water in it, it will keep sucking the water, and the leaves will become so pulpy that will keep getting dry or might have some fungal infection. So the only care which you have to take care while growing your aloe veras is not to water it much. So just water it once a week, even in 10 days, even in 15 days, it sustains. So in the winters, you don't even have to water it every 10th or 15th day. So that's the care about it. Now let's talk about the propagation around. And once you buy any of the aloe veras, I think you will never have to go out and buy any aloe vera, because it creates so many of the pups around that they multiply so fast that you don't require them. So here I have two big mothers which I'll segregate, and I'll segregate all the pups. So pups are these smaller plants which have come out. They will in itself become a bigger mother in the course of time. So when you're segregating that, you have to make sure that you don't just push it hard. You have to do it very carefully. So you uproot all the plants. So see, this is how one of the mothers will come out. And in this you also have to segregate. So every time a pup is there, there will be one stem which will be joined to the mother, which you have to break it very softly. You can use scissors, you can use cutters, and you can do it manually also. So this is one mother which I have taken it. So if you look at from this mother, there is few more pups which are coming in. I'll take them also out. Try and clear the last leaves, because it might have fungal infection as you repot them. Usually try and remove the last leaf of it. So that's one aloe vera mother plant which will in the next season will create another 15 to 20 pups which you can multiply. Now the propagation method can also be through the leaves. In case you want to multiply, you just cut one leaf and put it in the soil, and it will start giving more root. It will have the roots, and it will start giving more pups across also. But I find the propagation through pups more easier than doing it from the leaves, because when you put it, you have to have certain moisture and certain activities, because it has a lot of water inside. So if I grow the propagated through the leaf, it needs to be carefully dried, otherwise there might be fungal infection in it. So I usually don't recommend to multiply or propagate your aloe veras at home through the leaves, but in case you want, you can do it. I'll be doing it through the pups only. So these are the two Once this is another pup which is become so big, I'll repot it into a new one. That's another which has come out. So when you're doing it, as I said, you have to be carefully doing it. Make sure you don't destroy the roots. Each pup should have some roots, otherwise it might not get so strong, and roots will again take some time to come out. But here, if you look at, I have taken out, both have certain roots in this. Let's take out another bigger pup. That's the mother and that's the pups. Now when you're taking out the mother and you look at the soil, this one is done in the clear soil, nothing else has been mixed in it. It doesn't require a lot of food also. So if you put more food, it will actually get damaged. So it requires almost zero food. So a normal soil, if you have, just put it in that and it will keep growing it. Very little watering is required in this. If you look at this big one, it has only this soil and there's nothing else mixed in it. So try and remove the last stem. This one again has come out. This is there. Usually a good mother will give 10 to 15 pups every season, which you can multiply, which in the next 1 year will become the mother itself, and they will further multiply their own self. So I have so many of the pups that I can actually now distribute it in my colony also. And this is what happens if you are growing the aloe vera once. You can actually multiply them so fast that eventually you will have to give it to your friends and families. So here I have propagated and removed all of these pups separately. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 15 pups and mother accumulate, we have able to take it out. Now let's try and pot it into the different ones. I'll show you how you can do it. So take a porous pot which has a lot of holes in the back. Again, reason is that in case even if you're watering it high, it doesn't spoils the mood and it doesn't rots the stems and the roots there. So for example, if I take a mid-sized plant here, you can use some amount of coco peat if you want, but in case you don't have coco peat, you don't require to put it. Just the soil which I am right now using is good enough to grow this. Nothing else is required. You usually fill almost 60% of the pot with the soil, and then put the soil to cover this up. I frankly haven't seen any such hardy plant in the world other than aloe vera, which is not sensitive to light, to any of the bugs, nor to the temperature changes. It just sustains. If it's too hot, it might have some leaf burns, but that's it, nothing else. So that's one plant which is ready from us. Now this, in the next 1 year, you will have to put it into a bigger pot and will yield more pups as it grows further into a mother. But in case you use it, actually my family uses it a lot. We use this every morning, every leaf which you use it for the drinking purpose. So the gel is used in the morning, and I'm sure you must have heard of so many brands using it, be it beauty brands or the FMCG brands. This is one of the main ingredients in most of the FMCG products. Even some of the new age companies talking about aloe vera as a really antioxidant and helps you clean your stomach also. But before I do all the planting of all the pups here, let me also talk about its benefit, because that's the most important element we should have, and how and why you should use all of them. So aloe vera, I think a lot of people might not know, but it's one of the most important medicinal plants in the world. So all the leaves, basically this plant is also used into the commercial growing, where the raw materials, these gels, are being extracted across the world for a lot of medicinal purposes. So the first thing which you do is, whenever your old leaf is coming out, the last leaf, you can actually peel it off from your plant, and this is where the main thing is. So the gel inside, which is there, so if you tear this up, you have this gel comes out, which is a perfect antioxidant, and it has so much of utilities that you can be used in your morning gel. So in every morning, if you drink 1 glass of it, most of the times you have seen very good results into your digestion. In case you use it into your as a cream or as a face cream, a lot of brands use it as a raw material, as a main raw material for your acne problems or your skin problems, and it does wonderfully well. I mean, this is one of the neutral organic substance which doesn't brings any harmful things to your skin. So a lot of people use it, but in case you are allergic to any such medicine or aloe vera, you should not use it in your face. But otherwise, at least my family, every morning my parents use it for the gel, and we use them into the morning drink which we have. And at the same time, whenever you put it on the face, you want to put something, or there's a lot of rashes, or you want to have a coolant effect, you use the gel and just put it on the face. It brings a lot of cooling effect also, because it has 90% plus water in it. So it anyways brings the cooling, and all the itching which you have helps you move out. So multiple options and multiple benefits of this aloe vera plant which we have, and this is where you can extract it from the leaves. You can cut it in your kitchen and extract the gel from it, remove the leaves, and just use the gel for this purposes. And that's where the benefits of aloe vera comes in. So guys, here we have talked about the aloe vera, right from its care to its propagation and to its benefit. I hope this video got useful to you. If you like the video, do subscribe to the channel below, and also hit the bell button so you keep getting our updates on different plants and different care which we talk about for them. So we have this series called Know Your Plants, where we'll talk about every plant and its care, which you can see it in the playlist, and browse through various ideas on how we propagate and care for different plants which we grow at home. Thank you for watching My Plant My Baby. Have a nice day. Bye-bye. Do subscribe to our channel, My Plant My Baby, on YouTube.